Hey, what's up everyone? It's Teresa here and welcome to my channel. I made these two cards right here using the Lift Me Up stamp set. I originally made this one, but I decided it wasn't really enough for me, so I stepped it up and made this one, and I just added some rhinestones here for a little bit more bling, and I just switched the cardstock and I stamped the cloud a little differently. So these are two versions that you can make, but today I'm going to be showing you how to make this one. So let's go ahead and get started. I will show you what we will be using today. So we are going to be using this stamp set called Lift Me Up. I love this stamp set, and if you have the Occasions Catalog, it's on page 10. And it also comes with the matching framelits, which we will also be using. It comes like this, and I love this die right here that creates this really cool hot air balloon. But we're not going to be using that for today's card. We're just going to be using the coordinating dies for the cloud and the smaller hot air balloon. So if you currently don't have a catalog, you can go ahead and send me an email to request one. I'd be happy to send you one. And you can also go to my blog to get the PDF download of the catalog as well. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the smaller hot air balloon and these two clouds right here, the big one and the small one. And sorry if my voice is a little scratchy. I'm still recovering from a really bad cold. I'm going to be using this one actually because I already used this sentiment in the last card. So I'll show you the one we're going to be making using that sentiment. We are also going to be using some designer series paper. This is the Celebration Catalog, and one of the free products that you can get with your qualifying purchase of $60 Canadian or more are these really pretty designer series paper that matches with this stamp set. And these are the paper, and I'm just going to quickly show you the designs that you can get. We're going to be using this one right here, but there's other ones that are just as pretty. And then there's this one, and then this design right here. So you can get all this for free if you just make your $60 purchase, and if you make $120 you get 2 free items from the Celebration Catalog, which is awesome because there's a lot of great products in here that I just think is so fun to play with. So let's go ahead and get started. I will be using some clear blocks for mounting my stamps. I'm using the block B. I have 2 of those, and I have a block C for the sentiment. So I'm just going to try to straighten that on my cutting mat just to make things easier when I go to stamp it. And then we are going to be so we're going to stamp that, and then this one can go on this side. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock to stamp out the image, and I'm going to be using 2 colors. I'm going to be using Sweet Sugar Plum and Dapper Denim. So we are going to use the Dapper Denim to stamp out our big cloud. And we're going to do 3 of those. You just want to tap lightly, and then when you stamp down, just stamp down firmly and lift. And that's how you get a really good impression. So that's all that we're going to be using to die cut. And then with the sweet sugar plum, I'm going to also stamp out 3 of the hot air balloons. Alright. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and die cut this out. So we have the die cutting machine out, and I have a magnetic platform, the clear plate, my stamp sheet that we're going to be die cutting, and then I'm going to just align these dies on top, and I'm gonna be using some washi tape to hold the the dies down, because after a while of using the magnetic platform, it still shifts your dies sometimes. So I just want to be sure. And then another clear plate on top, and we're just gonna run this through. And we have our die cuts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and die cut the rest of this. Alright, so now that we have all of our die cut pieces ready to go, let's go ahead and make our card base. I'm just gonna leave this on the side. So for the card base, I have a piece of soft sky cardstock. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that I cut in half lengthwise, and we're just gonna score this in half. So we're gonna put the paper alongside on the top, and we're gonna score that at 4 1/4. And when you fold, you want to fold in on the bumpy side. So you just want to fold that over and give it a good crease. And there's our card. We're going to stamp out some clouds using the Dapper Denim ink pad again, and I'm going to stamp out the smaller cloud, and I'm just going to do 3 random ones. Like so. And we are going to cut this piece of designer series paper from the Celebration catalog as well. So I'm gonna bring in my step and trimmer here, and we're gonna cut this at 2.5 inches by 4 1/4. So that it is just the right length for the card base. And I'm gonna do the slant. So what I do is I know the slant is going to be going this way. So on this edge, I'm going to put that right in the trimming, the trim line, and the other end I'm going to make that touch the 1-inch line right here. And we're just gonna cut that, and there we go. So it will go like that. Okay, so we're gonna adhere this piece down first. So I'm using the Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue, which is my favorite glue because it dries a little bit slower and it's easier to work with than the Fast Fuse. Although I really like the Fast Fuse as well, and I use that a lot. So we're just going to adhere this down. Okay, and then we're going to adhere our pieces. I'm going to glue the clouds first. Okay, and then for the hot air balloons, I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals. I don't have the Stampin' Dimensionals right now, but I do have this one from Scrapbook Adhesives, and it's kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to trim this piece into 4s. That's just so that I can adhere the end here where the basket is. And then I'm going to use one for the top. Alright, so now to peel these backings. And I'm just going to, again, you can just put these anywhere you like. Okay, let's put the rhinestones on right now, actually. So these are the Stampin' Up! Rhinestones, and they're super sparkly. I love these. I'm going to, the smaller ones you have to cut. You have to trim them because they're kind of stuck together. So just snip them in between, and then you can use your piercing tool to help you get them. Oop. I always use these rhinestones every chance that I get because they're just super fun to add to your projects. So I'm just going to add 3 on each balloon. Like that. And there we go. So pretty. Okay. I am going to be using 2 markers just because I want the lift word to be a different color. So I'm going to, I think this one is retired, but you can use another purple color. This is Blackberry Bliss, and this is Island Indigo Stampin' Right marker. And these markers are perfect for these type of techniques where you could just color your image. So I'm going to use the blue for the sentiment, and then I'm going to use the purple to color the lift part. Okay, we're gonna bring in that piece of cardstock before, and I'm just gonna give this a quick huff and snap this down. There you go. Okay, and we're just gonna trim this as well. So I'm just gonna trim this around the sentiment. Okay. And you can do a fishtail banner if you want, but I usually like to just trim mine on a diagonal like that. And then I'm also going to adhere this with the dimensionals as well. So I'm going to get 2 of those. And I'm going to line that up just so that it's straight. And there you go. That is our finished card. I usually cut a piece of white cardstock to put on the inside, or you could just leave it like this because the cardstock is light enough to write on. But that is the card that we made, and these are the other variations. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's card and technique. I will be back to show you some more in the next video. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!